Tonight, we delve into a silent battle fought by millions of women how endometriosis, I beg your pardon, is robbing of women their peace and joy. The other bit coming up right now is talking about the condition where the very organ meant to nurture life can turn against them, causing debilitating pain and impacting every asset of their existence. We're talking about endometriosis and endometriosis, conditions that can steal dreams and disrupt lives. Join us as Mercy Chalangat narrates the powerful stories of two brave women and insights from a leading specialist in our special report, Heartbeat, When Your Womb Turns Against You.
Every month, millions of women experience their periods. But for some, it's not just a cycle, it's a battle, a war inside their bodies that rages silently, often for years before being properly diagnosed. For Brenda Mbiro, an advocate of the High Court, the journey began with painful periods that were normalized. And in high school, she would bleed heavily and spontaneously black out in the streets. It wasn't until 2020, after years of tests and relocation abroad, that she was finally diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis.
And my organs are all at this, so my uterus, my colon, and my ovaries are all stuck together. So ideally, they should be supporting and summaries.
Hormone therapy began to stop her periods, but the pain persisted. In November 2021, Mbiro underwent surgery to separate her organs and remove her fallopian tubes that had developed scars. Despite the intervention, 6 months after surgery, the pain returned with a vengeance. Worried about her deteriorating condition, her parents asked her to move back home. However, even their protective wings couldn't shield Mbiro from the continuous pain and the frustration of dealing with medical professionals who dismissed her symptoms.
So for a bit, I stopped wanting to go to hospital because you don't before it will help his hand. And then eventually I came to fight back because they had that endometriosis open day. And I did another transvaginal scan where they found symptoms in initial tissue growth outside, but we'll manage it with chemotherapy.
Towards the end of 2024, 4 years after her initial diagnosis, Mbiro underwent another scan, which showed that she had adenomyosis and the endometriosis had returned. Her organs were fused again and needed to be separated. Frustrated, angry, and confused after years of suffering, she started having conversations with her doctor about the possible removal of her uterus. In February, she made the difficult decision to proceed with a hysterectomy.
So fast forward to this step, actually a few weeks ago, I come into the surgery, and surgery goes well, and now I'm in mind that like, yes, I'm sure I'm okay. It'll buy me some time without pain, without fatigue, without everything that comes with it. And because at the back of your mind is still that it's chronic, so you know there'll be things associated. Only to be crushed and killed. Actually, we found endometriosis on your diaphragm.
Despite this setback, Brenda has found a way to move forward.
So it's been more of taking my journey and using it as an example for other people.
And it's a process. It doesn't come with device. And it's okay to go through these emotions. It's okay to be scared.
Eskimemia's journey is equally challenging. Her periods started at age 9, becoming nightmarish by 13. By 19, she was diagnosed with endometriosis, which had connected her left ovary to her intestine.
So after the surgery, he said, you know what, let's try and give your body a bit of a break and put you on a medically induced menopause phase. So at 19 now, I was put into menopause. So in July, I am sweating like a woman with hot flashes at 50 years old. That was difficult. It was also hard in terms of the weight that I added. I added 5 kilos that took 5 years to shed. Literally, they came off after 5 years. And then the depressive periods, they were really, really intense. I also wasn't told that these drugs could affect my bone density.
By 2023, her symptoms had worsened dramatically despite multiple interventions.
2023, I started having issues with my bleeding. I just noticed I'm bleeding longer and I'm bleeding heavier. Like majority of 2024 was spent in bed because I was bedridden by my period. I was bleeding 17 to 25 days a month. I'm using maternity pads because everything else, if you wear it for a long time, you will start burning.
After exhausting all other options, S had to make a difficult decision.
So what I did is I started talking to my psychologist about what would it mean, like if I don't have a uterus, does it make me less of a woman? But of course, my conclusion, which is what it should be, was that being a woman is more than just the presence or an absence of a uterus.
In October 2024, she underwent a hysterectomy.
Definitely after the hysterectomy, my quality of life has improved. It's not the way that I'd have wished for it to end, but I'm grateful that it has brought me some years on my back.
Dr. Yamal Patel, a gynecologist specializing in endometriosis and adenomyosis, explains these conditions.
In simple terms, medically, it is endometrium-like tissue growing outside the uterus. But in more complex definition, I'd call it chronic disease, a complex disease, a condition that is very debilitating, life-altering, right? A condition that is very fibrotic. It is hormone dependent. It is inflammatory, hence it causes a lot of pain. It's a benign disease, but yet it behaves malignant, could be by spreading into surrounding structures. Yeah. It's a condition that is very complicated to treat.
Endometriosis occurs when tissue that normally lines the uterus grows outside it. And its sister condition, adenomyosis, involves similar tissue growing into the uterine muscle. Both cause severe symptoms.
They are associated with pain that can be very, very debilitating. So pain, periods, pain, sex, pain, urine, pain, stool, pain, backache, pain, pain that sometimes make you seem that you're going bonkers.
Both conditions can dramatically impact daily life and fertility.
They both can cause daily periods that even worse than endometriosis in this matter. Causes very, as you saw, you can clean like a tap sometimes. You change pads every 10, 15 minutes, at least the first 1 days, and you start wondering what's going on.
Despite these challenges, Dr. Patel emphasizes that there is hope.
People will ask me endometriosis, once you get diagnosed, don't despair. You're not alone, and it's not a death sentence. There are solutions.
These powerful stories are a reminder that behind statistics are individuals who are profoundly affected by conditions that are often misunderstood. It's a call for greater empathy and to truly hear and believe women when they speak about their pain. Mercy Chalangat, NTV.